All four of the beautiful Grand Slam winners' trophies now will be on the shelf. Carlos Alcaraz's house in Spain. It's the first time Djokovic has gotten a look at the runner-up plate. Nice spirit between them on the podium, and obviously respect for Nadal. Alcaraz, I mean, he's not just the future, he's the present, and it's pretty exciting what he's doing and what he'll continue to do.
Thank the Lord for Carlos Alcaraz. We'll start with that, but can I just say quickly what a class act Novak was in his speech, how gracious that was. It was really a beautiful thing to see, and he hasn't gotten sort of the love that he's wanted over the years, but he's going to get it certainly for what remains in his career. And obviously, having not committed to next year, who knows? He doesn't know. We don't know, but thank you for that.
What do you make, Patrick? You said it has been a great ride.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen in 6 months or 12 months, just in case he doesn't get back here.
I think this meant a lot to him. Certainly meant a lot to his fans. You know, what he was able to do here, and I think he expressed that well. And I think he also realized how much it took for him to beat Sinner, to play as well as he did against Alcaraz. And you just got to start to wonder when you hear him talk. You know, is the end maybe near?
Meanwhile, you guys praised so many aspects of Alcaraz's game. Obviously, the physical talent, the shot making, the intensity, the movement. But match point shows you he gets the break here. Just the tactical match that he played, the adjustment in style, and finally it's over after 3 hours and 2 minutes.
Well, I think that was actually the type of match he should have played in the beginning, and maybe he was affected by that 5.5-hour match in the heat, and he wasn't able to execute that. But as his body loosened up, he started to do his thing. And obviously, in the end, it paid huge dividends.
Yeah, I mean, his tactical awareness, I think, was outstanding. And you got to give him and his team credit for that. We know about the shot-making ability. We know just about the pure talent. We saw his grit, his determination in that struggle against Zverev with the heat, with the cramps. But I think you saw some real high tennis IQ. We talked about that during the match from this man. So now he's already at 22. He's got 7 majors.
By the way, Jannik Sinner going away, and between them now, they've won the last 9 major titles, 5 for Carlos, 4 for Jannik. But that rivalry will be something we'll be able to enjoy for a long time.
You know, we keep wondering if is there going to be anybody else. That question still is not answered. You know, because right now there is no one else. Djokovic was by far the second, third best player on the planet. He'll actually go back to number 3 in the rankings, which makes sense. Zverev played awfully well. Still the Americans, not so young anymore. Ben Shelton, Taylor Fritz, those guys still have work to do if they want to try to hold up one of these trophies.
Well, yes, absolutely. And we're hoping one or two guys gets in the mix. But in the meantime, we have to be very thankful that those guys have stepped into the void and really sort of lifted our sport and, you know, kept the interest level high.
It takes so much to win these 7 matches, and the danger moment for Alcaraz, we were all watching. You guys were calling the match for us, and when he was in deep trouble, and he was on one leg, and he had a lead in the match, but he had to find a manage the way to the finish line against Zverev, who physically held up really well past the 5-hour mark until perhaps the last couple games.
Well, he talked about coming into the tournament that, you know, toughness was going to be a factor, and when you look at him, you think, well, he's got so much game, he's got so much ability, but he showed that toughness, and he showed it repeatedly, and I think he's realizing, as he sort of said in his comments there, that he's learned from Djokovic, he's learned from Nadal what it takes to consistently contend for these tournaments on top of just his pure talent and ability.
The hardest thing, Chris, I can imagine you could possibly have to do as an athlete is to go into cramps of that nature and heat of that magnitude and remain calm somehow. What he was able to pull off and almost pull it off in the 3rd or 4th set and then come back. Let's not forget Zverev served for the match at 5-4, the best match he's ever played in his life, and Carlos rose to the occasion.
There was a moment late in this final when he came over to our window at this near end of the court and just had a laugh and was waving, saying hello. That is so different.
It was the last game of the match, by the way.
The pressure, we're talking about what he's trying to achieve. Who can step out of the moment and take your mind off the job, but just to wave and smile. Not many can do that.
I don't know.
Focus.
I don't know anybody that can do that in any sport. But you know, the fact that he's able to do that and kind of take it all in, the atmosphere, what's going on around, and then be right back and focused on what he needs to do. And that focus in that last game was spot on, because we talked about it. I said, you know what, he's going to go into lockdown mode, and he did, and that won him the match that last game.
We were in here for almost all his matches, and he averaged about 3 times where he come over to see us. And the 2 times he only did it twice today. He glanced once, but the first time was when he was down a set, and he was getting totally outplayed here. He came over and he sort of shrugged. He put he looked at us and went, well, I guess this is going to be tough. And then to come that last game, like it was like the practice session. Come on.
He does it his way, does he not?
Pretty good way. Yeah.
Alcaraz is the man to make history here. 7th major, the youngest to do all 4 major trophies at age 22. We thank you for your commitment. We know you disrupt your routines, you're sleep deprived to join us, and we fully appreciate the commitment that you make to watch our tennis. For our entire crew, producer James Davidson, Derek Mobley, the director here, for Bill Amin, Charlie Reynolds back at the headquarters, and the entire production crew, so proud to be able to bring you the first major of 2026, and we will see you at the championships in Wimbledon.